waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Still waiting for it. The Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. In the last episode, we had carried on with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and we carried on with episode 3, Right of Turnabout. We had begun the trial for the Right of Turnabout, and we met a guy called Anon Emus. First name Anon, second name Imus. Anonymous. And he was looking in to the right that was happening through his binoculars because he was on Mount Pony. Or was he? That's what we're going to find out in today's episode. With the night of the murder. That night I was up at the Mount Pony Mountain next to the inner sanctum. Are you sure you're not mistaken, Mr. Remus? Was it really Mount Pony that you climbed? Oh, I'm sure of it. It was really Pony-ish mountain. What does that even mean? Like, seriously, what does that even mean? You know, now that I think about it, it was a mighty fine view.
Hold it!
If you hate crowds, why bother climbing to the top? Couldn't you have just as easily prayed at the bottom of Mount Pony? Wrong, bucko. This is a once-a-year epic event. I wanted to pray as close to the actual thing as possible. You're so gung-ho about it, why didn't you go pray at the Plaza of Devotion? Like I said, I hate crowds. I wanted to pray in peace. That's wrong? Oh, Holy Mother, why do I only get the annoying ones? Somebody asked, but whatever. And my burning faith demanded that they climb up to the mountain closest to the inner sanctum. Also... Dat? Dat who? Dat? Dat. Where do I know that from? Dat. Oh, I think it might have been, Girl Meets World. It's a no-no, but since no one is around... Since nobody was around, there is no one who can corroborate your actions either. Yo! You're exactly right. In that case, Mr. Emus, let me ask you this. Was there a reason you didn't want to be seen? About that. If you get caught climbing Serrated Mountains on the day of the ride, you can get in big trouble. Ha 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 ha! That's it. Yeah. Totally embarrassing getting yelled at when you're grown up. Ha 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 ha! Yeah. You're a real grown-up. Alright, Jesus Christ. And since nobody's around, I lost all inhibition, and... It's this guy... How do you... Well, I mean, he is very suspicious looking. I mean, look at him. Shifty looking.
Hold it!
You had a pair of binoculars with you? That's pretty convenient. You weren't planning to spy on the right all along, were you? Imagine this with Datz's face. Yeah, well, you don't really know Datz's face other than the wanted poster. No. Actually, I just happen to have him for birdwatching. Birdwatching, huh? I see. You're not going to keep pressing him on this. He's sketchy as heck. I don't really have anything else I can, like... Look, I don't really have anything I can really sink my teeth into yet. Oh. Okay, then. Ha 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 ha! I love the great outdoors. This is just the kind of guy I am. Guy called Anon Emus TBD! He's really starting to get on my nerves. As I looked through my binoculars, I couldn't believe what I was unfolding before me. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. Now, do I go with the ritual curtain, or do I go with... Where is it? Is it this one? It's not that one. This one? Not that one. Where is it? this. Do I go with... I could go with that. It's either the poster or it's the ritual curtain. I'm going to say a ritual curtain. It's not the ritual curtain. I'm not helping my case in the judge's eyes, both literally and figuratively. I'm gonna try it. Okay, fuck it. Okay. Fine. Fine.
Hold it!
Did you really see what you? Did you really see what you say you did? Are you saying a lie about this? Well, I'm not. It's permanently in the old noggin. But I didn't do what you say I did. I didn't even get a chance to touch the dagger on the day of the rite. Oh, what do I know of that? All I know is what I saw. I never even saw you before in my life. A possible reason could I have to lie? I didn't expect there to be any witnesses way up there. But I don't remember doing that at all. I have a feeling the witness is lying. There has to be an inconsistency somewhere in his testimony. Let's take another look at the court record.
Objection!
No. Hi, Consult. How you doing?
Let me see. The testimony.
Okay. So this is a testimony. The night I was on the top of Mount Pony, the mountain next to the inner sanctum. I ain't crowd, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no, but since no one was around, I used binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. It's gotta be this one, because he had a very, very minor visibility. Not only did you have the ritual curtain, you also have the fact that Mount Pony is lower than the inner sanctum. But I don't know what it will be. I know it's very clearly he had poor visibility or something along those lines. He wouldn't have been able to see the accused stab the high priest. He wouldn't have been able to see Maya stab to Rust. But it's what do I present? Okay. No.
Objection!
No.
Is not that statement.
How is it not that statement? I mean, I'll take your word for it. But, like, Gore finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix, right? Guilty. Oh, I died. Oh well, guess I got beheaded. There's an ever since I was around. I used binoculars to spy on the right of the inner sanctum. It's either gonna be this, or this. This statement says nothing. I can't really oppose it. And this statement, again, it's his own opinion. He hates crowds. I can't exactly say yes or no to that because, again, it's his own opinion. If he doesn't like crowds, he doesn't like crowds. So, that night, I was up next to the inner sanctum. Yes. I used binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. Do I have anything to do with binoculars? Anything at all? What about the newspaper? Some tell others serious lady care in the flesh. Some rumors of okay. Thick white ice of photography stating the positive is melted until yesterday is melted. The raking on as planned. We give thanks to the blessings of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira. That's the escaped prisoner alert and the weather forecast. Okay.
The newspaper.
How can it be the newspaper? Lady Kira-like figure that appeared 2 years ago remains a mystery. Some town elders see as Lady Kira in the flesh. Some rumors are fueling the enthusiasm for today's purification rite. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the plaza of devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We give thanks for the blessings of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira Haparaki. Please rest in the kingdom subjects to be on the lookout for a male insurgent who escaped from Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday. The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. And the warmer temperature will make for excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, that we'll see a cold front move in overnight. Oh, I didn't mean to do consultation. Damn it. Oh, well, I've got consultation now. Looks like Count Campbell and bluffing skills save about this time. Yeah, this is a tough one. Well, to me, there's something about this one statement that seems off. Yeah, it does sound a little strange, doesn't it? Thanks, Ma. I'll take another look at the evidence. Right. Again, I accidentally did consultation. I swear to God, if it's the statement I've been on for the past 5 minutes, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be angry. It's not. Okay.
Present the ritual certain.
I used my binoculars to spy on the right of the... Is it...
Objection!
On fourth.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So I was on the right lines, just on the wrong statement. I hate it when games do that. I love you, Ace Attorney, but you would think, you would think that statement, you would try to look at binoculars, not the fact that because the next statement is the fact that he saw the accused stab the victim. That, to me, is the defining statement that he, I don't know, saw something, but he wasn't able to see something because of the ritual curtain. Where did you think that you were going to be like, oh yeah, we'll do it on the binoculars statement? Because why not? Look, Ace Attorney, I love you. Capcom, I love you. But don't. I hate it when you do that. That's actually annoying. That's actually pissed me off. I have my doubts about this bushy beard witness, but now we know we can't trust him. What? You ain't judging me solely on my bodacious beard, are you? Not at all, Mr. Imus. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony. Is testimony, you say? Yes. Recall how the inner sanctum was that day. Specifically, that it was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain. Why, yes, I believe you're right. The curtain would completely block the witnesses for you from Mount Pony Pony. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen. Hoo-ha! Mr. Amos, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court? You got me! It was a lowest voice. I didn't actually see the accused herself. He didn't actually see the accused herself. What's that supposed to mean? Let me set the record straight, I beg ya. The night of the murder, amended. I saw the shadowy silhouettes protected against the ritual curtain. The figure was created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night. She was a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused, reverse gripping that dagger. Shadows? That's what you saw? That's right. I see what was going on by the shadows protected by the ritual curtain. In the future, Mr. Amos, I would rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start. Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory. Though he saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony. You have to be kidding me. What are you going to do now, Nick? All I can think of is to look for inconsistencies between the actual writer and what Mr. Amos says he saw. Now then, let's make us examine the witness once more. The night of the murder, amended. I saw the shadowy silhouette protected against the ritual curtain.
Hold it!
So what you saw was simply shadows? That's right, those shadow figures on that bright white curtain. They showed that through plain as day. I could see everything that happened. Miss Faye and Abbott and me were at the top of the mountain late at night. The only light up there was coming from 4 small lanterns. How many shadows have been projected that clearly onto the curtain? No wonder people harp on you, boys. You're always so dang skeptical. I'm not really the only source of light, you know. You say the Right's Guide.
Objection!
Oh, okay. You saw silhouettes protected by the moonlight. Sorry, but that's just not possible. What do you mean? How's it not possible? It was totally possible. That's impossible. I think I'm going to need a logical ease translation on that, please. Let's take a look at this Right's Guide, shall we, Mr. Amos? The right is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. So the moon was shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. Mr. Amos was standing to the west of the inner sanctum of Pommy Pommy. Oh, Holy Mother. That's right. Our witness here couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain. No way! Perhaps it was scared. It was a shade of wings of lanterns that cast the shadows he saw. I'm afraid not. I expected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast the crisp, distinct figures Mr. Enos claims to have seen. But I did see those silhouettes, really. But how could he, Nick? Maybe it's someplace where they were visible. Wait, don't tell me. Your Majesty, stream! Mr. Amos really did see those shadows. It brings a brand new fact to light. And that would mean? So the brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Amos really did show the shadows is... he wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder. Dude. Oh, where do you propose the witness was? Someplace where he could have seen the shadow figures, naturally. Wait, you mean... none of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. There's only one place he could clearly see the shadows from. And where might that be? This is where Mr. Amos was at the time of the murder. Mr. Amos was at the inner sanctum, just outside the curtain on the east side. It's the only place from which he could have seen the shadowy figures. Hooah! Really? Wow, I didn't even think of that. Wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused? And the third party who was there, you mean? I get the feeling that's a subject Prosecutor Saab Mahdi would rather not touch right now. You mean... That's right, this witness was at the scene of the crime, which means he is the mysterious third party we saw during the divination seance. He could be the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the High Priest. What?
Objection!
No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near the inner sanctum, and the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness entered that sacred space? He must have... I haven't really thought that far ahead. Jesus Christ. It is like to sheer cliffs on three sides and a steep towering rock face on the other. No one could have made it there by climbing the faces of those cliffs. His Majesty speaks true. To say Mr. Enos was at such an inaccessible location is but a bit to tarnish his credibility. Is that not right? Right, I wasn't in the inner sanctum, no sir, no how. At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Then what about the silhouettes you claim to have seen? That's not a thing how you've been imagining things. What? This is insane. I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer. He's trying to frame this witness. Please, I say. This is impossible. Unless I can show how he got to the inner sanctum. This looks like him trying to slander Mr. Enos. Hey, Nick. Rah, sis boom bah. Fight, Phoenix right. Just look at the accused. She knows shame. What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Wright is very trustworthy, I'll have you know. She's got some nerve for a criminal. I know the lawyer poisoned her mind. But please, why are you making it worse? I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep yourself for now. I'd advise the friends to think carefully before making any more sudden outbursts. Yes, Your Majesty. I wasn't a bad guy before, I definitely am now. And now, Mr. Enos, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night. That wasn't it, the Inner Sanctum? I was never at the Inner Sanctum, I tell you. That much I'm sure of, even with a fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Boy, you lie sure are scary. Yes, it might have been impossible for him to get to the Inner Sanctum like he claims, but... Now will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness? Yeah, I'd like to see you explain how he got up there. Mr. White, there's no time to end these cross-examinations. A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that for each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell. Aquarianism is the strictest religion ever. And just so you know, you've already accrued 200 million extra years. Plus the finally side of it, that's 700 million years of torment. Sure, that's another 200 million years, give or take. Well, it's a big deal to me. You can't keep saying that the witness was there at the Inner Sanctum. I can't prove it. The problem is, how am I going to do that? I'm praying to God I've got the right thing in mind. I'm praying to God I've got the right thing in mind.
Objection!
Fine. I shall press and guess. For now.
Hold it!
Are you sure you weren't there? Well, it sure is that you're deeply skeptical. Hey, Miss Prosecutor, all lawyers always like this. Most certainly. They're always trying to make crimes on innocent witnesses without any proof whatsoever. They are no better than bacteria or viruses. Yikes! You mean he's contagious? He's gonna give me lawyeritis. But hey, this is getting ridiculous. Phew, that was a close one. You almost put me down there on a scene of crime when I wasn't even there. I'll do it bit by bit. I don't even care anymore. You just said your memory was fuzzy. I sure did. What's the big deal? I'll tell you what. Your testimony isn't very credible if your memory of the events is fuzzy. Oh, no worries there. My memory may be fuzzy, but I'm very clear on one thing. Here we go again. You asked me whether or not I remember what I did that night, and I'd say I do. In short, you're confident that your testimony is true. Is that correct, Mr. Hughes? Ha 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 ha! Exactly. She took it out of me just for nothing. So unless I can clearly say that I was totally not there.
Hold it!
And if it really was impossible for you to get to the Inner Sanctum, if you have something to say, just say it. Couldn't there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention? No, there isn't. Which means there is. What was that event which share its theory with us? I don't even have a wild guess, let alone a theory, though. I'm trying to reach into my bag of bluffs. But to reach the Inner Sanctum without attracting any attention, he fell from the sky. Maybe he fell from the sky? Ha 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 ha! Why, I think he's a comedian now. I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it. Miss Timmins could have parachuted down. Ooh, lovely there. We've got a little bit of, not lag, but a little bit of lesser pixelation, whatever it's called. We didn't know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say. Now that you've been backed into a corner, your delusions grow ever more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep, the skydiver would soon find himself in the Twilight Realm. Yeah, I don't care how still the wind was, even I couldn't have made that jump. Wait, what's this building on the top of the Sacred Mountain? That's the Royal Penitentiary number 4. Oh, right. Princess Raven mentioned there was a prison up there. How do you get your prisoners up there anyway? By helicopter. But only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He's the owner who can approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum. Might I also add defense that no parachute or any other equipment necessary for skydiving have been found. You saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I may be incredible dude, but I'm not capable of even that. Well, by the way, please add that to your testimony, Mr. Emus. It's not like I can fly through the air either.
Objection!
Right. Mr. Emus is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear. Well now, finally come around, have you? Well, you see, I couldn't have possibly been there in the inner sanctum. Right. Huh. If you didn't have any gear, that is. What on earth are you talking about? An overreaction is a dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence. There's a prayer flags, are they not? Yes, but they have been sewn together to create one big banner. A banner that could also function like a parachute. Volgunga. The people of Korean are so used to seeing prayer flags that the police didn't even think twice about these flags during their investigation. No, this cannot be. The witness landed the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Emus? There's no way out. I'm surrounded. Mr. Emus? All this talk's dogged my memory. I guess I was there in the inner sanctum after all. As I suspected. There were 3 people there that night. You did it, Nick. You weren't wrong after all. Thanks? Mr. Emus, you were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you? What? No way, no how. It's like this. Oh yeah, I was in the inner sanctum by accident. By accident? Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute. It's a homemade paraglider. A paraglider? You know you can fly using that patchwork mess of material? It'll look like much, but it's as sturdy as it can be. I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. And something happened that forced me to land in the inner sanctum. So you just happened to land there. You expect me to believe that? Now, please calm yourself, Mr. Wright. However, the fact that the witness was the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed. It certainly warrants further explanation. Explication. Therefore, let's continue with more testimony.
It's freaking that's a rebel.
That's a rebel. Hell yeah. I mean, fair enough. I still don't know, but there you go. I mean, it's looking more and more likely, obviously, because of the escaped prisoner, but yes. Why was I in the inner sanctum? That evening I was enjoying a trip through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. But just as Mount Pony Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency land to the inner sanctum. As I landed, I bent my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up in the inner sanctum purely by accident. Mr. Amos, you failed to mention any of this during a pre-trial questioning. Well, it can't be helped. I mean, I'm just remembering it now. Continue such slipshod testimony, and you will be cast into hell of hanged nails, where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years. I don't think I'll pass on that. Looks like that caught Prosecutor Sir Marty off guard. This is my chance to rip his case to shreds. Okay. I don't have any immediate thoughts, so present guess. You are enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider. You didn't go to pray? A lot coroners like me can pray anywhere, even while flying through the sky. But I wouldn't recommend you try it. You're bound to end up dead. Ha 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 ha! A paraglider? I didn't see anything like that. That's because of the ritual, Kurt. Blocked your view. You should have seen me, majestically soaring from between the mountains. Really? What do you think, Nick? Don't ask me. Ha ha ha! I was really enjoying that flight. You don't, I have? What do you mean? Can get. But again, you know this, to be fair. Or it seems I think you know more than you think you do, to be fair. You remember more than you think you do. There you go. At first, anyway.
Hold it!
Something terrible happened? Exactly. When I say terrible, I mean terrible. What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pony Pony? Oh god, what was it again? Oh, wait, you don't remember? Let's just say it was terrible. Fair.
Hold it!
What exactly was this accident you had? Good question. Now what was it again? Wind? Oh yeah, it was the wind. And not just any wind, but sudden gale force wind. Maybe lose control. The wind was strong enough to make you lose control? Calm, clear skies.
Objection!
There we go. We have a saying in my country, Mr. Emus. From one lie sprouts another. Huh? What does that supposed to mean? It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks. What did you say? You claimed gale force winds caused you to lose control. Well, this newspaper has the weather report of the day of murder. Fair. It says, the area around the inner sanctum enjoyed calm, clear skies today. Polkunka! Why, I do believe it does say that, yes. From one lie sprouts another. That makes sense, but is there really a saying back home? You've never really heard of it. Yeah, I kind of made that one up. For real? Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause. More fatal, you say? Never had to explain himself at once. So Emus claims he was flying around the inner sanctum with his paraglider. It would be impossible to get all the way up there without any wind. Why, yes, I believe you're right. Well, we know the witness was in the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Emus, how did you get there? And from where? Any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense is... Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Emus must have launched himself from here.
Take that!
Hooah! Are you insane? That's where he came from? If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the Inner Sanctum by parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest. What? Mr. Emus, were you the third party of the Inner Sanctum, and the one behind the warning to halt the right that the victim received? Was it you we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter Lady Kira? Who? Hey, Miss Musketeer, sir, help me out here. Slowly turning into Gumshoe here. You did it! We finally left him speechless. Oh, go on, Miss Musketeer, man. Quiet, you fool. We should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hangnail hell waits for you now. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did in fact descend to the Inner Sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. Huh? He didn't even bother to fight this time. What's going on? That's awfully generous of him. I'm a little confused. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. Oh, wait, his true identity? Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. It would seem I am the only one still in the dark here. Would events care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? What is his true identity is... Hi, Dats. Is it really him? Only now do you realize the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? You sure? Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. It's all becoming clear now. The night-time base jump from the mountaintop prison. The precision landing at the Inner Sanctum are using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper could have pulled that off. This witness is Dats a Rebel, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. What? Yeah! Witness is an escaped prisoner? Precisely. Placing it scouring at the corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was. Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise. But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered. Is it defense? Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defense's own words. Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the High Priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite. But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the High Priest was murdered. Who did you post in that letter? That person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, what's your point? What of the witness's true identity? Literally just read that, but okay. Oh no. He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. No! Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this. Who, got me. I know he's a shark fangs that defy dragons. That's a rebel. When did you get your memory back? Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all the testimony off the top of my head. You about to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. I would have gone in my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual crypt. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. Big fat lie! Oh, and by the way, long time no see. Yuddy? Yuddy? Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs to the jail cell. Oh, yes, of course. Fair enough. We shall have to wait and see what Dats is like then. Bailiff, she's all once. You've really forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, Yudi? I haven't. No dogs of the Grand regime gonna lay a finger on me. Yoop. Yeah. Oh. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. Ooh. Uh-oh. The escaped prisoner escaped again. The police force have been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. The escaped prisoners escaped the law again after giving a false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point in all that, anyway? Well, I can't help but feel that entire episode was no waste of time.
That's is like Larry, Mayuta like Edgeworth, Apollo like Phoenix.
Yeah, I see that. Nayuta has this kind of I'm better than everyone vibe about him. But not like a Francisca Bratty I'm better than everyone. Just holds himself in the high esteem. Nose up in the air. A bit like Edgeworth was when he first started in the very first game. Dats, again, can't really say much, we've just met him. And then Apollo, Apollo's just Phoenix. Your Majesty. So after perhaps it was not as great a waste of time as you might believe. What makes you say that, Pascal Salmari? Dats rebel dropped something he made us. As he made his escape from these halls. This group of people look awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk? The rebel leader? Oh, but we got a small corner of it. Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before. You have? The scrap of paper that Rabble dropped is part of this.
Take that!
And this is? I heard the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Rebel dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Oh my? Then which is all the same, Mr. Wright? Yeah, I can't read queries. Must get money, if you please. The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well, then. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the right's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape. What? That is how he was to escape from prison? So if I were to assume that Mr. Rebel was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abatimbi tried to thwart his escape plan.
Francisca.
Blackwell I kind of see because of the whole whip sword situation, but Blackwell isn't as bratty as Francisca is. Gavin and Godot. I don't know. The only reason I see it a little bit is because Godot is somewhat chill with his cups of coffee and especially his music. Or whatever it is. But I don't know. I don't see that one. Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. Huh? I didn't say anything. Did he really just read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately, if you have now the rebel's escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Datsa Rebel is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? If only you...
Older than that kid.
Yeah, true. Even so, if only you would use a putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Not that. Dad's Rebel's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I'm speaking about Abertinley, of course. Had Dad's Rebel simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side... The faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is therefore unthinkable that Datsa Rebel was a High Priest's killer. Just give me a second. Just curious. Okay. So you're saying the High Priest was a... Oh, I cannot bear to say it. I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threatened our kingdom. How would this be? The High Priest, a rebel? That must be some kind of mistake. I doubt we're going to get a guilty verdict. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth is the only way. And that goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now. Why should I? So I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now to have eliminated Datsa Rebel from our list of suspects, there's only one person that still remains. The accused.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important? Something important? Well, please do explain, defense. We can't end this trial without looking into... I'm talking about the true identity, Lady Kira we saw in the Seance vision. If it wasn't Datsa Rebel, then who was it? That matter's already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party.
Objection!
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. What the? Oh, Phoenix is on his arm, not his head like Apollo's was. My glasses are also filthy. There we go. What the? I can't do my finger point.
It's the statue.
It is time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. This hardly seems fair. It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. The victim is near the spring with his back to the accused. What would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there is nothing but a Warbard statue. Oh, there is nothing but a Warbard statue. Precisely. The Lady Kira says it is the Warbard statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! The accused wanted a false Lady Kira to appear in a seance vision before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip. But why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira? She showed to the victim as he was being slain. Now, based on what the accused had to fool the victim she was about to kill. It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself. Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise.
We're at the end of this trial.
Are you saying... I was going to say, we're glad we're coming to the end soon. I am. It was all a very cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. Pardon me. This can't be happening. What a face you're making, defense. I'm surprised you're taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. You're telling me he knew this is how it would all turn out all the way back then? He was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me. Do you understand now? I have you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be. It's an outrage. You took our art priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder. No, I did nothing of the sort. Nick, it's not true. I didn't. Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks... Right, we get it. Don't say guilty. No, it's not guilty. Innocent. Innocent. Although she does need to get a hobby, that she is guilty of. But innocent again. Innocent again. The time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to take to the sacred hall. Indeed, it seems this trial is over. Does the defense restore for up yet another counter-argument or something? The accused is not the killer. And, here's why. Now what do I do? I've got nothing. It would appear the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure the rebel was the killer. And the person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sarbardi's argument. Damn it. Can't lose now. Not like this. Very well then. I shall now render my verdict. Wait. Please, wait. I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense is failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I group the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then. This court finds the accused, my Faye, and the defense, Phoenix Wright, guilty. Fuck, dude. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... Gee, we got... What is the meaning of this? We got stopped by a frickin' bailiff. Bichwa? A body has been found. In the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. What's this? Body? What's happened now? We found this, sticking out of the victim. Why, that's Lady Kira's Warbard dagger. Lady Kira, she has returned from the toilet round once more. She has come to defeat the rebels.
Peace.
Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sarmati. Yes? This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of my, What? Why would my prints be on it? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true.
Is something about Prosecutor Sarmati?
This trial has run its course, and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claim that the murder in the inner sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect. What of it?
Prosecutor Sarmati, are you suggesting that what do you think you are?
We'll see. We'll see, won't we? I may carry on. I don't know. I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused. It's my fate. What? Me?
What?
I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well.
Well, the timing matches perfectly.
But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. It's by his house. Oh my god, sorry. Oh dear, I am so sorry. That's it. Despite his house being locked up tight.
Objection!
How does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there. May need to prepare for the purification rite. Ah! Albert and me was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He's really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house and locked for herself without anyone noticing. No! If we assume the accused was Lady Kira, the more than established her motives for killing the High Priest.
Yes, we can receive an incident. Better than helping that cerebral escape, after all.
Oh, you know, precisely that made him a target for Lady Kira's wrath. Oh my goodness! After killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So, it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maifei, masquerading as Lady Kira. Do we understand now? Good.
Miss Fay is indeed a serial killer. In fact, the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe a second murder must be investigated before we can proceed.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Maifei, I hereby charge you with a second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins.
New murder charge on top of a guilty verdict? Seems the defense will live to see one more day.
Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come back tomorrow. A far more terrible punishment awaits you.
I hereby to suspend these proceedings so that a second murder may be investigated. And no conclusions to investigation. Its court is adjourned.
Our first 2-day investigation. Dun 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 dum. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go straight on. We're going to continue on. We're going to investigate more. We're not going to stop the stream there. We're going to continue on. I don't care. How long have we been going on for? Only an hour and 5 minutes. We're going to carry on. We're going to investigate some more. A temple.
Yay.
What do I do now? I don't believe Myra and I were actually found guilty. If only you'd not be talking. Yeah, we literally just did this. There we go, they were found guilty, that's all you really need to know. Mr. Rain! Albie! I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss May now? I'm worried about that too. Right now... Right now, I need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Acolyte's a lot, right? At least the jury's still out on that one. So to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. If you can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zalot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you in any way you can. I appreciate that, Albie, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Oh, hello, Rafer. Still, a bit upset? Isn't that your benevolence? This is awkward. Princess Rafer? Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murder under Defense Culpability Act. I see, she hasn't lost any of her charm. What a long face. You'd be glad he was found guilty under the DC Act. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you and I had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duties as a royal priestess. Yes, this answers my question. Tell me this again. This cannot be. Do do do. Dun, 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 dun. Can I just say? I feel like Rafe is going to be the one with the most character development in this game. Phoenix's character development is already basically fleshed out. Maya's just becoming a bit more of what she already is. We're getting very little of Apollo. We're getting very little of Athena. I feel like Rafe is going to be the one with the most character development. She's actually going to turn around and just, at the end of the day, just go, you know what? Maybe we do need defense lawyers. Maybe I'm not right, like, all the time. Maybe I can strive to be a bit a better teenager rather than a stroppy one. But you know what? That'll do. You know what I mean? I feel like Rafe is just going to be the one with the most character development. All I did was defend my client. Can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Benevolence. Your benevolence! Oh, bowed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. Jesus Christ. Still an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I can't fathom such obstinacy. Investigate what you want. I cannot. You really don't mind? Aren't you worried the lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate like, oh, I don't know, forge evidence? I actually did that once. Well, I didn't, but someone did it for me. I actually forged a diary entry once, so I wouldn't trust me if I were you. What's this? I've left unsupervised. I'll be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point. Barbed head? Yes? I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud other than a misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course, that is the only explanation. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. Adieu, boy. Do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. Oh, but your benevolence. It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll probably know it. First, I should probably lighten my load a little bit. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. Oh, unnecessary evidence unloaded onto Albie. Which... May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Turns into all of this. So the rights guide's gone. There's actually quite a bit gone. The arrow's gone. Interesting. Very interesting. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. May 11th, Plaza of Devotion. Has that place already finished their investigation? To think someone would be killed here, a place devoted to prayer. A body outline and flowers? Someone leave them here in memory of the deceased. Something different about the prayer flags today. As the High Priest's disciple, Acolyte Zalot was utterly devoted to his training. First the High Priest and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fate will pay for this! As I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this. How? What do you think I'm doing here? Getting dirt and dust for a trial? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your loyally ilk are so reviled. Hey, Mr. A. Emma! It's that detective from your country again. Beep! It's the princess. You seem displeased that I am here. Oh, no, don't be silly. Mr. A, I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. But I just done mine. Mr. A, it's no use crying over spilt milk. Do you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's do or die in court tomorrow. And I mean that literally. Gladly, I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you. Just to see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. I'm talking to a professional here. Let's see. I'll start with an overview of what happened. Sure, I do his praise a lot. He was the High Priest's disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the raid wrapped up. So during the High Priest's murder trial. That's right. Apparently he had been here praying since the day before the raid even started. But talking about serious devotion. Yeah, it barely lasted a few minutes. Here's a picture of Mr. Zalot's body. Peach! That dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful. Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped? Everyone started leaving when the prayer was finally done. The other two remained bent over in prayer. When they went over to check on him, they discovered he was dead, right? Yes, the estimated time of death is May 9th, somewhere between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. In other words, only the crime took place during the purification rite. And the red weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. Prosecution believes Mara came down the stairs after killing the High Priest, and then sat Mr. Zalot with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust upon his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? Right. May 10th, 4 AM to 5 AM. It's caused a spinal cord injury from a stab wound to his back. The weapon is thought to be the Warbar dagger, the same weapon used to kill High Priest. Oh, okay. Fine. I want to know. Well, bobbed head, out with it. Also, the Princess of the Spirit Medium King is interested in forensic science. I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's nothing silly about it. I love you knowing Prosecutor Sabmani holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination sales. She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. Oh, then she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her? Yes, I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death, but the most well-known method uses to change his body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. Hence we can tell how long somebody's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That is quite enlightening. Baldhead, present your forehead now. What? Why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. Seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not! It was but a jest. After all, you're still the dead lawyer walking. I fail to see the humour in any of this. With any witnesses, with so many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Oh, right. Back-shadowing pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think someone would have noticed something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his own back. Plus everyone was so absorbed in prayer that they didn't really see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes. Could you tell me about the murder weapon? You can use the Warbar dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered in pairs on the victims of the back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, weren't they? Were they not? Yes, they were. such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. I can't examine it. Not so fast. What about a motive? I had no reason to kill acolytes a lot. What do the police think about this matter? I had no reason to kill acolytes a lot. So you say. Let us hear what the police think about the matter. Please believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who's been battling the rebels. This Mr. Slaw was the disciple of the High Priest who turned out to be a rebel. He too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Yeah, that's how the police currently view this crime. There's no way Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. I really blew it in court today. This prayer flag looks much newer than the breast. Your benevolence, what does it say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude. But if you must know, it says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the key too. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I... Acolytes a lot died bent over in a prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground though. I find there's so little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to a vital point. Not that would have been very difficult considering the position he was in. So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolytes a lot. What are they called? They are known as Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. Seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Acolytes a lot was killed in prayer pose. His head bent over like that, the last thing he must have seen is this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. There are no bloodstains though. Perhaps it was so cold, his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. Ow. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Okay. That message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling it quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning this right? Emma, I can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you get back to work if you are done here, Detective. Otherwise, I report you to Prosecutor Sarmadi for dereliction of duty. I'm going. Well, see you later, Mr. Wright. And good luck. I should really pay a visit to everyone in every place connected with this case. Okay, next up, I'm going to go to the Inner Sanctum again. Guess we're not going to the Inner Sanctum again. Let's go to the Bazaar. Let's not go to the Bazaar. That's fine, let's go to the High Priest's house. I didn't particularly want to, because there's no way we're going to be let into the detention centre yet. No way. Hello. Sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you. Barbed head! You are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now acolytes a lot, who was like a son to her. Of course I'm not! She was close to both victims. I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. Shelley, yes. Turns out we found a card with a shell on it. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inmee. Probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor Puree? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. What about Maya? She's innocent. Maya, I heard she was found guilty. First by dear husband, and now Paray. Mrs. Immy, you don't really believe that Maya was a killer, do you? I don't know. That was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? Verdict has already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith. Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused.
Plot
That's right.
The new body is the lady killer.
Fair enough. All right then. Your faith has moved me. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Believe? My lovely wife is also a devout follower of Koreanism. As such, she is not to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in my faith's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and all disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave her and Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. Right, hang on a second. 26. Let's talk. How did Acolyte Zalot end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Paray collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You always want to help those in need, don't you, dear? I got the hiccups again. I've been living here ever since. But 2 years ago, that's around the same time Maya arrived in crying. Yes, he was born in a poor village and he had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as a disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family too. I see. This is where Acolyte Zalot lived. There might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Further the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zalot, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, has been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Mrs. Immy about it. To think this would be their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men whom she would soon kill. I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them. Huh. Smile of hers does not fool me. I sense deep and abiding malice behind it. I'll prove my smile is the real deal. This game... Okay, yep. Bobbed head is appears you're quite fond of rummaging through the garbage. Yes, there might be some other important piece of evidence in here. Oh, is that right? Look, I'm not doing this for fun. Really. I love that there's anything else of interest in there. What a magnificent altar. Yeah, we've already been through this. We did this in the last investigation. Pictures of the Queen and her husband, the Justice Minister of Korain. Yes, my mother and my father. What do you think? Do they not possess an awe-inspiring air? Oh, terrifying is more the word I would use. Well, yes, they are very awe-inspiring. No, it's not. What? Oh, I have to present, probably. Damn it! I didn't present. There we go. Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessings. the day before the rite was held. The Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little more about it? This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. The Feast of Blessings? Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it is performed, we enjoy dishes full of gingil, an herb. No, it's a herb. Goddamn Americans. Known to strengthen the body and mind. We love the gingil-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? Gingil? I heard you say I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcomed the next day. Wow. Is it really that strong? Considering of the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odour was all over town. It's like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Pere went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Pere left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. So, Acolytes a lot went out to pray the afternoon before. Right, I need to check on some of these. Final photo was taken before, was taken during the Feast of Blessings, when it's customary to partake in dishes with a gingil. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. A family photo, can't really look at that. Okay, can't investigate that, fine. According to the newspaper, the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over. Pere was always prayed a lot, far more than anyone on earth had ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. They've made some progress by now. I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Mrs. Immy, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head! Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it is about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? The detention center. Maya sure looks tired. So sorry, Maya. Failed to defend you during our trial earlier today. Sorry too, Nick. You never meant to get caught in this up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe you'll even commute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... Don't worry. Maybe this exact extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. Turn this trial inside out and upside down, you'll see. Okay. You're awfully quiet, Your Benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet. We won't till the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of my affair. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait, was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbed head, further resistance shall come to you not. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Then perhaps your sentence will be commuted, and... Hold it right there, your benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... Oh, what is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. That is why I told you it will come to... No, it won't! Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough! There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. We have the divination seance. But your insights are wrong again. Ooh boy, that's gotta hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge? Bring your Holiness's name into this. You know nothing, you phony baloney. Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away. It's not how you like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I can convince you to accept your fate. Receive your just deserts, as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. You can see straight through that contorted smile on her face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. And that, I think, after a lovely argument, is a good place to leave off. I'd say about the middle of the investigation so far. We've done a little bit of investigation, but it's coming on quite nicely. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!